Take it! Woo! Here, just walk up here. Okay. Just, yeah, let me see your hand real quick. Just keep your hand out.
I feel like I'm on CNN now with that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just in. Disneyland is too goddamn expensive.
Disneyland is still cool to go to.
It's still cool to go to, but it is expensive as fuck. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm so happy to see you all. I know you guys missed the show just as much as we did. Noah is not able to be here in studio with us tonight. She is taking care of some things at home, just making sure everybody's okay. So please give her your warmest wishes and prayers and ashes and cash apps, especially cash apps.
Yes, yes. For a coffee.
But it is George and I, and we're still here. And we love you guys.
Yeah.
I miss you guys.
Oh,
so.
dude. I mean, last week, obviously.
Yeah, last week.
Are we really going to try to compete with the thing? You know?
I was watching it all night, and I was like, all right.
I can only watch it for so much. You know what? I don't care as much about like the other races as they spend to focus on it, like on the big major network.
I'm still pissed.
Channels.
I'm not pissed about the presidential election, George. You know who I'm pissed about.
Damn, what are you pissed
the
about?
Crypt Keeper fucking Shelley Berkeley.
Oh my gosh.
She fucking won. God damn it. I couldn't even vote for her. So George and I worked at another studio at the beginning of this year. So we had some presidential candidates come in.
Shout out to the Big O Show, man.
Shout out to the Big O Show. That was all George too. George had a family member that was running a show that had these people in. And one of the people that just kept coming back, even though like, I don't know who invited her, was Shelley Berkeley. And this, I'm not trying to be political. And she's nonpartisan, so it doesn't matter. But like, we got to have age limits, people. You can't be coming in here telling me about like, you remember when air conditioning on a car was extra.
I swear, I remember driving up from Michigan all the way to Las Vegas, and then just seeing the Las Vegas signs. And Las Vegas was so tiny back then. It was just a little teeny tiny town. Las Vegas was, and it was just. And
you turned
no
into Mike Tyson real
exaggeration.
quick.
No exaggeration. Well, she low key sounds like Mike Tyson. Like I don't know. What do you want me to say? Go watch a Shelley Berkeley interview and tell me I'm crazy. And you won't be able to find it unless you watch the Big O Show, okay?
Which George is directly responsible for. So
I'm putting it in the chat. Fuck. No. Never mind. Anti-Shelley Berkeley podcast.
Yeah, anti-Shelley Berkeley.
Never mind.
Anyways, I hope everybody is doing good, safe at home. If this is your first time watching Calls from Beyond, this is a live call-in show. And every week we listen to creepy stories told by you guys. There should be a number, scrolling down below, showing the phone number. We do fill up kind of fast on calls. If you do want to skip the line, like I did a lot at Disney over the weekend, you can send a $10 super chat or $10 cash app to Calls from Beyond or Truly Bizarres. We're live there as well. And you have to include the last four of your phone number, and we will boost you to the front of the line. But we've got a lot of OGs in the chat. We've got Alexandria in the chat. We've got Jacinda. We've got Keisha. We got Mari, D. Finkley. We got a lot of good people in. Yeah, Noah's doing great. She's just taking care of some family, but you know how it is. Stuff comes up, you gotta take care of it. And she'll be back ASAP. But you get us. You get George and Austin hour.
It's your golden hour.
I don't know what he was just singing, ladies.
Golden hour. Austin was singing golden hour.
Okay, I don't know what that is. But before we start
Golden
getting
hour,
into
the
these
song Golden Hour.
Yeah, I don't know the song.
Oh my gosh. You're about to get roasted. In
Golden
the chat,
Hour
bro.
song by Jake.
Yeah, bro.
Jvik.
I don't know.
It's a V instead of an A.
Yeah.
Sure, George, go ahead and roast me. Sure.
No. I'm not going to roast you. The chat's just going to roast you. Golden Hour is all-time classic. One hit wonder type situation.
Jules, it's fine. You can be on either. Good to see you, though. All right. Well, so I want to do a little bit of promotion. Okay. Keisha's already in there. I love that song.
Right?
I don't know the song. If you haven't been following on the Truly Bizarre, which is my channel with the paranormal investigations that we do, the all month of October, I was doing ghost tours out at the Pioneer Saloon out in Good Springs, and I recorded each and every one of them. So we've already uploaded 2 episodes. Another one's coming out this Friday, and then next week is the one with Noah. Noah will be on the one next week. But dude, I'm so bummed. So we had a lot of corrupt footage. A lot of things did not want us to show you. Brian got scared for the first time ever.
That doesn't happen.
No, it never happened. And there was 12 of us.
Jeez.
And it was actually like super. They were probably the best group we ever had. Super chill. And we got Noah in the chat. Everybody give W's for Miss Noah in the chat. We miss you.
Yes,
I don't know what to do without you here.
We miss you, Miss Noah.
But so Brian's standing in front of a booth holding the camera pointing at the other side of the room with the other booths. And we all hear this, and you hear something like shuffle behind him, and he gets like genuinely terrified. And you hear, it sounds like somebody's getting out of the booth behind him, but there's nobody behind him.
Oh my God.
He gets terrified. That footage is just gone.
No.
Everything afterwards is there, and a little bit before that is there. So
Austin,
yeah,
what the hell is happening, dude?
But the footage that I do have from that night, I mean, we still have enough for a full episode. But dude, so we started hearing like whispering and giggling in the service hallway.
Okay.
Nobody's back there. And I'm 90% sure I have it on camera.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Well, I mean, we have some, like, if you want to tease it,
Here's this clip. This is from the episode that just dropped last Friday. This is the end of it. So this is like the craziest thing we got the whole night. So this is kind of what you can expect from our ghost hunt. So let's go ahead and play it.
Oh. Look.
Okay.
Look, it's going. It's in red. Holy shit. Look, they're both going off.
That's Brian.
They're both going off.
We don't speak Spanish.
We don't speak Spanish.
We're willing to speak with you in English. It was speaking with the guests in Spanish the whole time.
They're coming back. It peaked.
Close the door?
Close the door, it said. It said close the door. It said close the door.
She's in the bathroom right now, and it just said close the door. It just said close the door on it. She closed the door. Is that okay?
See?
What did it say?
See? For me?
For me? You are not welcome to join her in the bathroom. That is not okay. You can join us, though. We gotta have some respect and privacy for her, right?
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Oh, you lost it, George?
Oh, shit! It just laughed at us!
But,
Okay.
yeah, so...
Listen, go ahead.
It told you, here, it told you close the door, and then it said, you close the door, and we said, she closed the door, and it said, for me, and I told it, I was like, you can't join her in the bathroom, we have to have respect for her, and then
it laughed at us.
It told you close the door, and then it said, you close the door, and we said, she closed the door, and it said, for me, and I told it, I was like, you can't join her in the bathroom, we have to have respect for her, and then
it laughed at us. Oh, shit! Oh,
yeah,
look.
so
Wild.
So on the tour with us was like, I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm leaving the door open. And we're like, okay, we're not even near the bathroom. And we're making communication with the spirit box up until then. And then it told her to close the door. Crazy. Just straight off the rip, just close the door. And yeah, it was crazy. I know we got some good stuff with Noah. The one that's coming out this week though is where we had a guest quit.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes into it, couldn't take it and had to leave.
Thumbnail's about to go crazy.
I'm gonna see what I could do with that one.
I know, it's almost like, well, he said you guys had the ability to post it, right?
They didn't tell me not to. We always ask every single person, well, before we start, we go, we're going to be filming this. Are you okay being on camera? It is totally okay if you do not want to be on camera. Mummy, I mean, you're totally correct. It could have been like that, but it did laugh at us when we were doing that. But every single night they were okay with it. We had some people at the beginning be like, I don't know. And then at the end they were like, yeah, definitely. You can use it. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's very spooky. You don't know how, like, at first that could also be another thing, right?
Yeah.
Where like at first you're okay with it, then afterwards you're like,
wait, no, I'm gonna look stupid.
And I mean, it definitely is a fear that everybody has before they do their first ghost hunt.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to tap out? And
yeah, I mean, and
it happens.
It does happen. I mean, even George had it more so before we even did it.
100%.
Like if you go watch the first one we did, I'm not even in the room. I'm actually recording an episode. I'm in another room of the studio, and George and Travis and Chase were testing out the cameras, the IR cameras, and George, and the lights are completely, here's the thing. What you're seeing there, I can barely see 2 feet in front of me.
Right.
There's some lights here and there, but you can't see. Like, you cannot.
Yeah.
And so when that comes up, you're like,
do you remember the scene in Step Brothers where they got night vision goggles? And they're like, night vision goggles.
no.
Yeah. And they played around with night vision. Or he's like, I'm going to sell you. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm not remembering exactly the quote right now. And that's crazy. Because if I had a gun to my head moment of quote this movie word for word, I would pick Step Brothers. But they had night vision, and night vision terrifies you. Night vision's not when you have the ability to see in the dark.
But you're the only one?
But you're the only one, and it's not like human for us to be able to do that, you know? I think humans have their capabilities, and their capabilities come best with light.
Oh, Mummy, I'm sorry to hear about that. I definitely know the feeling with losing a pet.
Yeah.
Best wishes to you. Faith, you said my dream would be to go ghost hunting with you guys. It's still possible. They're going to keep it open. I know we have a group. We actually had somebody who went on one. That's the episode coming out next week. They joined last minute. They were just there at the bar and they said, hey, can I join? And we were like, yeah, okay. And so they joined last minute, and now they have a group of 6 people.
Wow.
That are going to do it, I think, next month. And then I can't say who, but we do have some very special guests that we're going to do special events with, and even do a paranormal tour that you would never, ever be able to do a paranormal investigation with this person, ever.
And you're going to be able to do it.
You're going to be able to do it. So definitely, yeah. I mean, Mari has the link. I don't know if it's still up because it's not actively booking. Yeah, no longer available. But you can, okay. Oh, that knocked out. It says right there, you can email pioneersaloonnv@gmail.com to confirm dates and times. And you can just straight up be like, hey, I'm looking at doing it this date. You know, I think it's with a minimum of 5 people. Yeah.
It's well worth it. It's a cool place.
It's a super cool place. Tons of history.
So, yeah, we got to see a bit of it there, and to have your ghost hunt recorded too, that's a whole nother thing. Like,
yeah,
it really takes it up a notch. It's the social proof. It's here's the thing: we as paranormal investigators live for the moment, live for that one, hopefully concrete, hard piece of evidence. But once you do it a couple of times, you realize quickly that even in the moment, it's tough to realize the moment.
Yeah, I mean, well, look on the when we did it at Steven's house, that video. There was a time where the spirit box said my name, and I didn't even realize in the moment that it said it.
Mm.
So, yeah, and the thing is when you do more of them, you start to realize, and especially like this is something that doesn't convey. They try to do it on Ghost Adventures, where they'll show like the timestamp, but it's a lot of just sitting around with nothing because it does take a lot of energy for these entities to be able to show themselves. Excuse me. Yeah, Keisha, Noah just answered, but excuse me. Mr. Fresh was there, and he was definitely a little nervous. He was definitely a little nervous going into it.
Yeah.
But
Both of them were very skeptical, but I'm glad they made it out to 2, correct?
No, they just made it out to 1.
To 1. Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to go ghost hunting, but it is a fuck around and find. Okay. I do agree with that to an extent. Like when we do it, we're not there to fuck around. Like we're not there to be like, I'm in your space. And if you watch the videos, you'll see me say it. Like I talk to the room straight up and I'm like, hey, thanks again for allowing us to be here. Please allow us to observe you. We want to communicate with you. If there's anything you want to tell us, we're open to it. And we tell them like, this is your space. We're just here observing. We're not there to be like, where's the fucking money? I mean, maybe they know, but
Right.
They weren't going to tell me.
It's very. Here's a sideways question, but it has to revolve around the way that you approach the room.
Right.
How do you feel about the movie Night at the Museum? Night at the Museum, although obviously like the figurines and everything coming to life, right? It depicts what a spirit could actually do. Or at least gives us a better visualization of how these spirits may interact. Obviously, they took a comedic tone to it.
Right.
But do you ever think about that in like a museum? Is that on the list of?
Yeah, I mean, our producer Franny has told me about one local where it's like a historical museum, and there's probably a lot. I guarantee, like, okay, Mob Museum, for example. When I was there, they have a literal like execution chair in there.
Wow.
And there was stuff that would have, like, there was a video. I remember seeing a CCTV video of like up in the parlor room, which was the top floor. It was like supposed to look like old time Nevada. This guy goes to sit down and this chair gets ripped out from under him.
Whoa.
With nobody near him. And everybody's like, yeah, there's people here all the time, yeah. So I do think like, and it totally, you've been to the museum, the Natural History Museum, right?
Yeah.
That I don't think there's anything there.
You're talking about Springs Preserve?
No, not Springs Preserve. This one's downtown. It's like a few miles from here.
Yeah,
it has like the big dinosaur room.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Those are all like wax figures and stuff. It's not, but like if you go to like dude, as dark as it sounds, like the Holocaust Museum.
Whoa.
That's got to have a lot of heavy energy in it.
Extremely heavy.
Yeah.
I would just wanted to toss that out there.
Noah, yeah.
What did Noah say?
She said her aunt is the accountant for the Mob Museum. It's haunted. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like you have a lot of mob. Like there's a lot of like stuff owned by mobsters there.
I have never been to the Mob Museum, believe it or not.
It's all right. It's okay. But what were you gonna say though, George? I rudely interrupted you.
No, I was just talking about Night at the Museum and how low-key it's one of the greatest movies to ever come out.
I saw the second one. I remember we got to go to an early screening, and funny enough, the guy I sat next to was like the curator for the Natural History Museum. And so it was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. It would be interesting to deal with the raw artifacts behind closed doors.
I'd be scared too.
Of course.
Yeah,
those
that
could possibly be the most haunted rooms.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. Think about all the shady deals that go down in the back.
We have Kalisica in Truly Bizarre saying, I'm going to come back. Oh, listen to the replay, but it's my birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I thought she was saying like right now she's watching the replay. I'm like, no, this is live. We're currently live.
Yeah.
This is Tuesday, because I know a lot of people would watch the if you're really into the Mob, it's a cool. I haven't seen it since like 2016, so it's been some time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean it's a cool place. But
We do have so
we already have a caller.
we
Okay.
have a caller in. People, make sure you guys call in using this number below.
Yes.
It's scrolling across the screen. And I'm going to be honest, I need a professional opinion from the people in the comments. Is this scrolling too fast for you to type in? If it is, I could slow it down a bit. I said
Let
it.
us know.
Just let us know. Let me know. I've done it one other time, but I looked at the number often. So I just need to know if it's too fast for you.
Too fast, too furious.
The more fast, the more furious.
The less callers we get.
We do have one, like I said. And are you ready to bring him in?
I think it's time.
Alrighty. Caller, last 4 digits, 8087, *6 to unmute yourself.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm very excited to finally get in.
I'm excited that you were able to get in.
Yeah, thank you for providing this space. I think the later times that I've tried to join, the Spurs is like, it's not time yet.
Okay.
Okay, so my story. I've had a lot of time to think about this and process it, but I did date a guy who, after maybe like 2 years, I learned that his family sort of made sure he was born and used as some sort of sacrifice to some dark things.
Oh, wow.
And it showed because I thought he had a mental health issue when really he was having like a spiritual issue. Like there's times I would like wake up and he was just like standing over me at me, but like as someone else. And he would talk as other people. He would like sit in the corner and rock back and forth, like, help me, and he'll talk about all types of family members just trying to like attack him spirit. It was just like a freaky experience. Yeah, I just don't know how to explain it. Because I would literally talk to that person I was dating, but it would be other people. Like it would be a whole nother voice, a whole nother aura.
Wow.
Talking through him. And that thing would say, we made sure that he was born as a sacrifice, but you're such a good person. And I'm happy you're trying to save him. But if you ever mess up, we're going to come after you.
Okay.
So he would be saying this to you?
It would be some spirit that comes out of him.
Right. Somebody saying it to you through him.
Yeah, it was like maybe like 5 different men.
Wow.
Not in one little boy. And he will literally when it's done, he'll like kind of pass out and then wake up.
And have no recollection of what just happened.
No, not really. No, not at all.
Wow.
It would be very freaky. And the odd thing is just like, he kept saying, like, I was never felt like attacked in that way. It was more like, whatever I was doing was too, I guess, good. And I was making him into such a good person. The bad spirits were very angry at it.
Okay.
What type of good things were you doing?
Weird.
Was it just like you were treating him better? Or?
Yeah, I guess I was just like a normal person, and he grew up in, I guess, I don't know. They were just saying how I'm just like a normal, regular, cool person. Like I don't feel like I did anything special, outside of just being just a good person. I was just helping out. Yeah, I don't really feel like I did anything, but it was better than what he was used to.
So it sounds like your like energy was probably much nicer than anything else he had experienced.
Yeah, and it brought out the devil.
Wow. Okay.
Was he like
and
that?
It's to the point where I'm scared to do bad.
Right.
Like it feels like I'm like deep down within me. I feel like something would come after me because they would always say like, if in the future, like we're always following you, we're always watching you. And if I find out you do bad to any of your future people or just anybody and all this stuff are going to come after you and you better stay, just be a good, positive person. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's not something I want to hear.
Yeah. It's very weird because it's sort of the opposite. Most people are like scared to whatever, but mine's just like I was kind of forced to.
Right. And so you said you're
stay.
not with this person anymore, right?
No, I had like 6 years to process this and
Oh,
really
okay.
like put into words what I experienced.
Wow, that's incredible to hear. I mean, so you said it's been 6 years that you've had that since you've left?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so
finally like definitely I kind of ran away. I ran away to another country and
gotcha.
I lived
Okay.
there for like 3 years.
Okay. I mean, so has anything happened to you that you think because of that?
I do always feel sort of watched to this day, but
Gotcha.
not in like a negative way. I
More
just
of like
always feel
a
like there's something there.
right.
Yeah, and just making sure that I'm doing good though, not even like malevolent. It's just
Just keeping
weird.
an eye
It's
on you,
very
really.
weird.
Are you
Yeah,
a religious person?
I'm a spiritual person. I've never really been indoctrinated into.
Gotcha.
And when you first met him, what was he like before you met him?
He was a friend of a friend. Um, he was just, I guess, I wasn't really quite sure. He was always a loner, really. Um, and I guess like our first experience was when like I guess he had like he was at my house and he got like hives from like something that he put on his skin.
Oh.
And like I helped him out. I gave him like a really big hug because it was like he was like itchy, so like I had like this like cool towel thing, and then like I squeezed it. And, I just
Yeah.
tried to help with all like the itchiness, and no one has ever did anything. Like to me, that's like duh. But
Yeah.
like these things that I was doing was like, oh my god, and it brought out things in him.
Interesting. So what it sounds like is like whatever was holding on to him or had hexed him or whatever you want to call it was like almost wanting bad things to happen to him, and because you weren't allowing bad things to happen to him, it kind of riled them up and got them upset that you were caring for this person when he was marked to like not be cared for. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, 100%. It was so crazy.
Did you ever? You said you were with him for 2 years, correct?
About 3.
3 years. Did you meet his family?
Just some of them. I met some of them. They always just kind of figured. I never really spoke to them. It was only one time I called his mom out of fear, but his mom is first generation, and she sort of plays like she doesn't know or care. But apparently, it was all his dad. Like all this came from his dad,
Oh.
and it was his mom who ran away from the dad too, in a way.
Oh, okay. So it's not okay. So because I was like, oh, if the mom doesn't care, but it sounds like she just kind of like in your situation of like, no, I just had to get out too.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow, for sure. It's so creepy, and I still don't know how to explain it to people. Like I just sort of made sure I didn't share a lot when it was happening because I wanted to not talk about it once it was over.
Right.
So I went through it all myself because I was the only one because even if I said it to anyone, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
Right. They'd be like, what do you mean you did nice to him? So now people are hurting him. Like, I get like why you would probably not want to talk about that publicly.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning,
Oh my God, yeah. You're
and
just in dead
I
asleep.
yeah, and I would hear him like deep breathe and then start talking about something. or two people. It would just be so
and it
real.
wasn't like a
And,
like a
like,
sleep talk, right? It was like a actual coherent.
nah, yeah, it was it. Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
yeah, it was freaky. And there was times when I even like I saw him drawing something on the floor with his feet, and I literally jumped out the bed to like push him from like whatever he was doing to just stop it,
Wow.
stop. And it was like a fight. Like his body was literally like going towards to finish whatever he was trying to draw and to step into it. And when he succeeded, it was like a movie. It was like a straight up movie. I ended up just taking my laptop and smashing it over his head.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like a freaking movie.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, it's I'm glad you're okay now, and I'm glad that you're able to kind of talk about this and maybe get some closure, but that just sounds like a terrifying situation to be in altogether.
100%.
What advice would you give people listening to this show and that will continue to listen to this show? Because we get a lot of listeners that will tune in after the fact if they don't catch the live. What advice would you give to people in order to heal from that situation? You said it's been 6 years. How do you get to that point? And what advice would you like to pass along?
What really helped was speaking to like a complete stranger about it randomly. Because I was in another country. I knew they didn't know anything. They couldn't judge or anything. It was just a
Right.
complete open ear. And I knew they were just going to just listen and not say anything. So I just sort of just let it all out. Like, I think it's best to just get it all out off your chest. And then so that you can put it into perspective over time and keep healing. Because I was the first, I think it took like 2 years after that to probably say it to that person. And it felt so much better. It was like I literally felt a weight come off of me. You have to get it all out. But I understand why people are quiet.
Yeah,
Because,
definitely.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. I'm glad we were able to hear your story. I'm glad to hear you're doing better now. And I really appreciate you sharing that advice because there are a lot of people that are going to listen to this on the back end. But I just want to say thank you. I'm glad you were able to make it in, and definitely call in again later. We definitely want to hear more about that. And I know Noah's going to want to hear about it when she is back on the show as well. But thank you so much for calling in.
Great. Thank you for the space. Hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you. You as well. Yeah, that's so terrifying to be a part of.
Oh my God.
Because I've been in like a borderline abusive relationship before. And like looking back on it, you're like, oh yeah, no, that was bad. But in the moment, you're just like, you're kind of going through the motions. You don't necessarily see it. But then to have somebody be, and maybe this is a little, and maybe the chat can correct me, but maybe almost a little spiritually abusive. Like that's a whole nother level. Like
I mean,
you've got entities talking to me through you.
And that's it's wise advice what she gave at the end, because what else are you gonna do? And especially, I mean, this is just me personally. Being able to connect with somebody's family will allow you to like tie loose ends in your mind, so you're not having to wonder like, what is this person like? Why is he acting like this?
Right.
You kind of get a good understanding. It's just a very, like, how do you even prepare for that? And it happens, and then it happens again, and it happens again.
and you kind of, and you kind of don't know like what, like I don't blame, like here's the thing is like as some like being in a relationship like that, I almost feel like it's ignorant to blame the victim to an extent. Like, okay, yes, in hindsight's 2020. Yeah, you can tell from a distance, okay, that's bad. But when you're in it and you're getting so many mixed emotions and so many, but to that extent though, that's also like, I don't know how I would feel if like I'm sitting there dead asleep and then I wake up to them just standing over me, and then another entity comes through that person and talks to me. Like, Like, how are you supposed to react to that?
You can't.
Yeah.
You just, in a way, you just remain, you try to remain sane in yourself. It's also a thing, too, where it's so early in the morning, and if you're, like, asleep and it's happening, it's
kind of like, did it really happen?
I don't know. That's the thing that you also are playing in your head, right?
Yeah. You're self-doubting. You're going against yourself.
Yeah, because you don't have your wits about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a call. What a call.
Yeah.
Welcome to Calls from Beyond, everybody. So it is becoming a bit colder out. If you want to support the show and rep some cool merch, we do have a merch store. You can check that out. I know Mario posts the link. Spreadshirt, you can check it out. We have hats, we have hoodies, we have a tote. One of you asked for a tote bag and we made it, but there's no sales on the tote bag.
Come on now.
They're like, can we get a tote? And I was like, yeah, and I made it that night. But we have hoodies, we have hats, we have shirts, we have stickers. So you can support the show that way and also rep your favorite paranormal show. Also, if you want to get more Calls from Beyond, or you want to listen to the older episodes, but you're at work and you don't necessarily have YouTube, we are on Spotify. You can go right now to Spotify on the app, go to the podcast section, search up Calls from Beyond, and we will be there. And all of the episodes are there, even some of the bonus ones too. So you can go sign up there. It helps us out too. We're trying to also monetize on Spotify, so we could use all the help over there as well. But also, I know we are it's really humbling to hear this. It's a really nice source of, like, I know a lot of you have overnight shifts. I know you listen to the show to help you get through it, and that means so much to us, and I'm glad we're able to do that for you. But if you need a better access to that it doesn't require you to have your phone open and on the YouTube, come on, we're in 2024 now, man.
I swear
you got to fix that. But you can follow us on Spotify, check it out. And you have all the old episodes. It's an audio and video. So if you feel like both, then you're good there. But yeah, do we have any other callers at the moment?
At the moment, we do not. The
Okay.
call lines are open,
ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, until the calls come in, dude. I'm trying to think about what effects happen when the time changes.
What do you like? Okay, so like we just had daylight savings.
Yes. Have you been waking up earlier?
For me, it comes in like waves. Like for like a week at a time, I'll wake up like 7:30, even though I have my alarm set for like 8. And then sometimes I'm waking up exactly at when my alarm goes off. So I feel like I'm not a good representation of that, but I do know like October, especially like the veil is thinner. I'm wondering, and maybe you guys can tell us. I'm wondering if like the veil, something happens with it when like time zones shift, because it throws everything out of balance. People are waking up crankier or maybe more rested, so maybe their bodies are able to handle more. But yeah, I mean, let's see the vids. What vids do you want to see?
Let's see the vids.
What vids do you want to see?
See the vids.
Oh, Black Cauldron said, can we talk about the timeline jump we just experienced? I'm not as familiar with that as you. Are you talking about because of the election? Because I feel like that's just for me personally, like definitely could have been a timeline jump. But for me, it feels like just because it's such a visceral reaction from so many different people that like it just...
Timeline jump.
The Earth might have legitimately started rotating in the other direction.
Is this like something that's been trending?
It feel like Sunday. Well, also there was a holiday yesterday, but I do get that. Like one here in Vegas, like the sun is setting at 4:30, which personally I love. But
that's whack, big dog. No. I hate it.
Samaj, what?
I'm just gonna go.
What vids do you want to see?
maybe they want to see understanding the timeline jump phenomena. This is a video from TikTok. You want me to play this?
Sure.
Here we go.
What's up, Marie? Good to see you.
Okay, you guys are asking about this timeline jump. Let's talk about it. So everyone has been in shock and amazement over the fact that when there was the pew pew attempt on the former president, that it missed. This is epically telling because if you pay attention to predictions, even The Simpsons predicted that they wouldn't miss. And if you followed Simpson predictions, I don't think I've ever seen one that wasn't dead on. No pun intended. So here's what I think happened, and this is exciting. There's enough of us now, and our vibration changed the course of what was probably going to happen.
I'm gonna stop her right there.
I'm looking up.
I like where her head's at.
I mean, I totally get it because there are things that like Simpsons have gotten right. There's also a lot that they have not. Like I'm looking it up right now. Predictions that were wrong. 3 predictions debunked. 2024 Baltimore Bridge collapse. This one was okay. So here's the thing. So remember the bridge collapsing? Well, then an image came out, and then you find out no, it was AI generated. Donald Trump becomes president of the United States.
Yeah. I got it here.
Oh yeah. So the episode came out in 2015. So he was already like on the campaign trail at that point.
Yeah. People be tripping over this one. I mean, it's cool. They've gotten things right before too, but we're not gonna.
So then there's the Notre Dame.
Maybe that's
the Notre Dame fire. That one's been altered.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say like they haven't had some things that were correct. I believe they have had things that were correct.
Yeah.
Jacinda, I feel that too. A sugar daddy that doesn't need sugar. I mean, that's kind of like the government, but they want sugar.
Man, Austin, are we really? Okay, let's can we entertain the idea that we are creating a vibration high enough to jump forward and faster in time?
I would say if it was based off energy last week for sure, because there was just such an emotional reaction to everything going on that like I could see energy being amplified to the nth degree. Jacinda's correct. To hell with the timeline jump. I need my pockets to jump.
Facts.
That's biggest facts. I need my pockets to jump.
We all have our bottom line, all right? Listen, it doesn't necessarily... The one thing I always say is if I wake up in the morning and I don't have to defend my country, it's a good day. It's a good day. I know shit's expensive. If you can make it a little less expensive, I'd be even happier. But as long as I am not defending myself, I'm pleased. And I know I should always be ready. You know, hey, for you people out there, I'm never lacking. I'm never lacking.
Lacking what?
I don't know. You just don't think you could come up on me and then I'm not about that business. I stand on business.
I could come up on George. I know he's not about that business.
I would already gotten you 250 meters away from me, brother.
That's okay, because it goes like hundreds of feet per second.
I'm a superhero, dude. I'm a superhero. Marvel hit me up last week.
KL, I guess it's like the same notion of like amplified energy of collective prayer. But here's the thing with prayer, and we've seen a lot of this, and we've talked about it. Don't let people pray for you because they could say that they have the energy, but really they probably have ulterior motives. Not to say like that's not with everything, but like a lot of these evangelical people, they're like, we're going to pray for the election. It's like, you're praying because you want people to like get taken advantage of.
Yeah. It's a
KL said, George, what's your EDC? He doesn't have an EDC. You asked me my EDC. George's EDC is them hands.
My EDC?
Everyday carry.
Oh.
Yeah, it took me a while to get that too. Like a few years ago, I was like, why is everybody talking about the festival?
EDC. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, my EDC is nice.
What's my EDC?
Those hands. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Cuban Express. I can at least eat 3 before I go down. So you better fucking... Better be
People
accurate.
say, "Hey, George, stand on business." Hey, I for real stand on business. George does stand on business. Okay,
I do.
George is not somebody I would want to meet in an alleyway in the dark.
No. You don't want to do that.
No. Thank God I've
Because-
been friends with him for over a decade. Like, it
Which,
wasn't
by the
any
way,
scary.
such a like horrible analogy. Like, let's get over it. This is not the 1940s. You see, like we're not going to meet in the back alley.
No,
Like,
I'm just
come
gonna
on,
gun
bro.
you down into Main Street,
We're in the front of an Applebee's. Relax.
and I'm 6 margaritas deep. There's no stopping
Oh
me.
my gosh, bro! I went this weekend. Cameron and I went to Outback Steakhouse. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
We wanted to get the boomerita. It's a boomerang margarita flight. It's called a boomerita. It's epic.
And it's a flight. Just say you're an alcoholic.
It's four 5-ounce margaritas. So it's a good deal of fluid, and it tastes amazing, and it gets you hammered. And they discontinued it. Do people still go to Outback? Is what Cameron and I were wondering.
My
when
mom
we were
went for her birthday back last month.
We were the only people in the bar area, and it was 9 p.m.
Oh yeah, no. Everybody's there at like 6.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yo, Chili's though. Chili's is the spot.
I've
Here's the
been
thing.
he-
As somebody who
Yeah.
I feel like I can make this joke as somebody who had mental illness, was diagnosed with mental illness. You can't be depressed and inside of a Chili's at the same time. I've tried it.
Wow.
I've tried it. You can't.
Chili's reminds me of like a school lunch. But you get to order from the a la carte. You get to order from the a la carte, and they have alcohol.
No. You
They
gotta get the
serve you
triple
on a
dipper,
metal.
dude.
But they serve you on a metal tray.
No, I got a plate.
Okay, maybe there was one time that I went to Chili's and I got plasticware, and I was like, "Whoa, Chili's, we can't be this down bad that I don't get a silver
down bad.
fork." Are you serious? Like, how else am I supposed to eat my chicken fingies without getting my fingers dirty?
Jules said the brown bread and honey butter from Outback. Okay, here's the thing though.
Oh yes,
That's good. I forgot. So George was nice enough on my birthday. He got me a Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse gift card.
yeah. Cameron, I should have went there.
Oh, dude, the rolls.
Oh,
The roll. I could have OD'd on them.
bro, if you have a ability to get any roll like
that one.
around the globe for your last meal, you would probably choose Texas Roadhouse.
Like, I hope I never go to prison ever. I hope I never go. But if I do, and I'm like gonna get put down, that sounds like I'm a dog. I'm gonna get put to death, but they're gonna euthanize me. I'm just asking for an entire plate of the rolls.
That's a great call. With just like a gallon of the butter.
Black cauldron. George and I are going to dinner after this. Of course, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse is to die for. I might the next time I go. I might.
Yeah. Chili's has the best happy hour deals.
So the way I'm going to segue this is some good food. Pioneer Saloon. Pioneer Saloon has some good food.
Great food, actually.
Great food. So I want to talk a little bit more about that because that's the series we're currently working on over at the Truly Bizarre. So we're waiting for some more callers to come in. And so a lot of, I might do a legitimate entire video on this, but I might just pull it from this. So I did an entire month of ghost hunts, and this is pretty much what I discovered. It's more so about the energy you bring in than what is actually there. The reason why I say that is because we had so many people come to the Pioneer Saloon that were not there to hunt. They were there, but they weren't paranormal investigators. They were just people that just wanted to have a good time. And they had ancestors or family members or something reach out to them through the spirit box. Noah saw it. Noah's had it happen to her. I've had it happen. George has witnessed that. Noah's witnessed that. It's on YouTube. And so if you go in with the energy of being open, you're much more likely to find something. You're much more likely to make communication. Because if you go in with just being George to be fair, has been a little guilty of this. I know Travis has been very guilty of this, of going in and just being like, there's no way.
Yep.
There's no way. There's no way this is going to happen. There's no way there's ghosts. There's no way they're going to make contact. But if you go in with an open mindset of just like, okay, I want to understand or I want to experience something, you'll probably experience something. Now, is it going to be Ghost Adventures top of the line? Oh my God, I got grabbed, which I hope you don't, because it's not a fun experience. I've been grabbed a couple of times. It's not a fun time. It's a little scary. It's not going to be that every time though. It might be, oh, I heard shuffling in the other room, and that's all you hear. But also, it's totally okay if nothing happens during an investigation. It's okay. Also, 100% you should be debunking what you're doing. We do it every time. We'll go, oh, hey, wow, the EMF's going off. And then you go, okay, what is it near? What is it around? If you turn your EMF on, you set it somewhere, and it's instantly just going, you might have put it near a power line. You might have put it near a power outlet. Now, we've done this in the videos that I'm releasing each week, where we even go, wow, I'm loving how quiet it is right now. I'm quiet there's no activity going on, because it sets a good baseline for when something does occur, then it's much more believable and viable, because it's not just, oh, everything's happening. There's random energy. Okay, cool. No, I had a control group. The control group was there was nothing going on. The EMFs were not going off. The spirit box was not talking. The ovilus wasn't talking, because we've had it where all three will be silent, dead silent. Nothing's going on. And then all of a sudden they'll start picking up for a minute or two, and then they'll stop again for another 5 to 10 minutes. And oftentimes what that is it's the energy regaining, or it's the entity regaining energy to be able to communicate with you. Yeah, so Mummy says, I think the energy you bring is applicable in many outlets of communication. I think that's why Ouija boards are so unpredictable and possibly dangerous. Yes. Okay, so I own a Ouija board as a display, as a decor item, because I like how it looks. It was a prop on Bizarre Junkies. It's been a prop on Truly Bizarre. I will never, ever use that. Never, ever used it. Because I feel like there's no way to really communicate efficiently with that, or like effectively. With the spirit box, I can just straight up be like, hey, here's this device for you to communicate through. It's not making me do anything.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the difference is spirit box, I turn the device on and I set it there and I leave it. Ovilus, I turn it on, I set it there and I leave it. EMF, set it, leave it. I'm not actively being the vessel for it to communicate through. Now, the what is it called? There's the Estes method, I think we should try, George. Where let's just say George is listening to a spirit box, he has headphones on. Then we blindfold George, so he can't hear or see what we're doing around him, or what we're asking, and he just repeats what he hears.
Yeah,
that would be really cool to do. I know Franny really wants to do it, so we'll have to make him do it.
Yeah,
but that I feel like kind of gets back into the territory of like the Ouija board.
We low key did it with the people when we were in his house doing the ghost hunt, Steven's house, where we left it on TikTok.
Oh yeah, live. Yeah. Where we were live on TikTok.
We did the Estes method.
We did the Estes method via TikTok chat. What are they saying? What are they saying? Which that was fun. We might have to do that again. Yeah. The only problem is a lot of the places we go and investigate, there's no internet service, no Wi-Fi, nothing.
We need to invest in Starlink.
I think so. I think if we start doing these and we start going out, we'll have to get like a Starlink.
100%.
Yeah. How much is Starlink?
I heard it's less than 1,000.
That's still a lot.
I get it, but it's
Roam with Starlink. Starlink Mini is now available for $5.99, and then it's $50 a month.
Yeah.
Roam Unlimited is $165 a month. So okay, so you pay $165 a month, but then you can live stream anywhere. I guess that is kind of worth it.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna test it out. If somebody in the chat has actually bought Starlink and could give me a good review right now, I've crap Wi-Fi at my house, so I'd love an upgrade. Willing to pay $165, no lie.
But so going back to the kind of the whole topic is I feel that a lot of people, especially, and I get it, like TV, Ghost Adventures is vulnerable to this. Even another show, Project Fear on YouTube, is I'm starting to see it bubble up on the Reddit forums of people being like, it's starting to feel a little more produced, a little more easily debunkable, as opposed to just being outright like terrifying and just scary. And I feel like the problem is because it does take, when we do our legitimate investigations with George and myself and Brian, and we have a production, like that's easy, a 5 to 6 hour day.
Yep.
Easy. With 4 of those hours being just the investigation. And a lot of the times, and what I like to do, because like I said, I'm not trying to fuck around, I sit and I let the room come to me. I let them tell me, like, show me where they want me. I mean, we did that you'll see us do that on the videos of the Tales from the Pioneer series that we have coming out. I let the room come to me because I want to be respectful. And I feel that if you're respectful, you're probably more likely to get something. Now, of course, there is the Ghost Adventures method where you can go in and just being like, I'm going to fight you.
Yep.
Like, okay. And to an extent, okay, I do believe in the aspect of, like, if there's a bully spirit, because there is one at the Pioneer. They call him Mr. Butterfield. Multiple times we would be getting communication with who we thought was this little boy named Mikey, or this lady there named Ruby. And we thought we would be getting connection, and then all of a sudden it would say entered, and then everything would just stop. And it was a darker energy. And then from talking to the employees, they said that they think it's that energy, and he comes in and he pushes everything else out. So that, I do think sometimes you do need to stand up to that and be like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that clip where, like, it said for me, which I took as, like, it was looking at her in the bathroom, and I said, no, you can't do that. You have to be respectful. And then it laughed at me. Like, I feel like that was a time of, like, standing up, or just at least, like, reprimanding it, being like, hey, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. Oof. What an intense situation.
Yeah.
That's what you live for.
To do an investigation with Dallin Spratt. Who is Dallin Spratt? Let's see. He's a YouTuber.
Dallin Spratt.
Oh, Ghost Brothers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
there's some people I'm trying to get, like one that we're trying to get on the show that you guys have even asked for is Shang Klin, which he's been on Ghost Adventures. I always forget the name of his show, but he's on a show where it's him and another person who's Native American. They're all Native, and they go to, like, Native places, which is pretty much most of the U.S., but they go and they speak, like, the Native language, like their dialect, and they get a lot of crazy stuff. And so I want to see if we can bring him to Pioneer and see what happens there. Because so the last night we had somebody from Paris in the group.
ooh,
And then the spirit box was talking to him in French.
golly.
We don't have French, even if it was like a radio station, we don't have French stations here in Vegas. We don't.
That's like a really old spirit, which makes sense,
Yeah.
dude. Those people that died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Oh, we got ourselves
I think it's Miss Noah.
a caller.
I think she's
It
in a call in.
does. It does look like a
Shane Klein
Las
and Hero, yes.
Vegas area code. Star 6.
Talk to me now.
Talk to me, Noah. Tell me what's good.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Y'all knew I wasn't going to let the whole
Noah,
show
do I
go
have to
by
give you the
and-
talk? Do I have to tell you to mute?
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm not on anything else. Let me just close out the whole damn app.
Oh.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Because I could hear like an echo, and I
Okay.
was like, Noah, I know.
That is so weird. I'm on my phone. Hey, y'all. I'm sad I can't read the comments because my son has my second phone, but
You got games on that phone?
Stop in and say hello. There are games on that phone. There are. You know he ain't gonna let me have it back, not even if I ask nicely. So, but I want to call in because I have
I've been astral projecting, y'all. I flew like in my dreams, and that shit was so lit and it was so weird. But I've also been having bad dreams too. So I just thought I'd share the wealth of what's been going on. So did I tell you and George that I will no longer be covering Diddy ever again in my life?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell the rest of them why I wasn't covering Diddy?
No, it was a members only. Remember?
I think it was members only. So don't tell them no. They have to go. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're diabolical.
But
No,
I do remember
but
you
I
telling me.
literally-
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Fresh was released tonight. So
Let's go.
that's
I wasn't going to say
big.
anything,
amazing.
but I know. So
Yeah.
just a little bit. That's why Noah wasn't here tonight. She's taking care of Mr. Fresh. He had a little bit of a scare over the weekend, but everything's looking good. He's home now. Tell him go Chargers. That'll probably make him feel better.
Listen, he's asleep. I'm like, dude, did you not get enough rest that vacation at the hospital? You know I'm hating because I needed a rest. A
Yeah,
real
he didn't
rest.
have no kids,
But,
nothing.
Right. You ain't had no
That's so
kids,
funny.
nothing to do. But he's home. So
Good,
thank
I'm
you
glad
for
to hear
everybody.
that.
I know a lot of people follow me on TikTok and they kind of already knew. But yeah, so y'all know I've been saying for the longest that I was afraid to astral project because I'm clumsy and I feel like I won't make it back to my body. And I know we just had Kaya on
Yes.
the show, and she was discussing how it feels whenever you're about to astral project. So I went to sleep, and my body started trembling, but it was like vibrating everywhere, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Forgetting, like, she just told me this is how it works whenever you astral project. And so I started flying, literally, going out, going to different places, and just looking around, and it wasn't as scary, but I knew I was sleeping, and I told myself, like, if you think about the things that you may have seen in sleep paralysis while you're doing this, you're going to see those same dark entities. So don't think about it. Don't even discuss it. Right? So that's just one thing that I wanted to update y'all. Life update, life hack. But so I know we discussed the Diddy thing. I will no longer even watch TikToks regarding that man because I accidentally astral projected into whatever they do in the astral plane. Now, if you've ever watched my Diddler video, you know exactly what he's been accused of in the astral plane. So I'm taken to this place, and it's a bunch of other travelers there. Like, and I can recognize, like, oh, okay, these are other people. And we're sitting here, and we can look up on a stage, and it's Diddy, a bunch of other, like, rappers, and they're dressed in these, like, ceremonial garbs. The best thing I can, like, describe it is that you guys ever seen that Bohemian Grove type of video where they had the hoods and those long...
Yeah, we watched it on stream a few weeks ago, yeah.
Yep, so they were wearing those. They had symbols all over them, and I don't remember what he said to me, but I remember somebody looking at me, like just dead at me. And then I felt something on my hand, a pain in my hand. So I automatically put my hand underneath my arm and moved away and went into another room. And I looked at my hand, and it had two holes in it. One right underneath my middle finger and right underneath my pinky.
Right.
And whenever I looked into the holes, it was nothing but gunk and dirt. It scared the crap out of me. And, like, I'm running through the crowd, like, saying, excuse me, holding my hand inside of, like, my chest so that this pus don't get on nobody because it's oozing out of my hand so bad. And so I try to wake myself up because I know that I'm asleep. Like, I am aware that this is a dream. It's, you know, like you went a little too far, a little too close to the sun now.
Yep.
It's time to draw back in. And so I wake myself up. And I'm like, oh, my God, thank you. Thank you, goodness. Thank you, Jesus. I'm woke.
Yep.
And then I look
made
at
it.
my hand, and it's, yes, I made it. I look at my hand, and I still have the holes with the gunk. I said, oh, God, and then woke up into another dream. I said, Lord, have mercy. If I ever forsake you, please take me out of this dream. So then I'm taken somewhere else. And then I have that dream that I was telling you guys about whenever we were in the studio. I don't think we were on camera, but whenever the butterflies came out of this bonsai plant. And then the little boy,
yes.
Yeah, so I went into the other dream, and everybody knows I'm a new plant mom, and my aunt hands me a plant,
Congrats
and
on
it's
your
a
new
bonsai
babies.
tree with butterflies. Yes, half of them are dead. We've already, listen, we had a funeral for a couple of them. We're
Oh,
drawing it
no.
back in. New ones are on the way from Amazon, okay? So, first of all, shout out to all the plant moms. I don't know how y'all be keeping y'all plants alive. Like, this is crazy. They just betrayed me. So, but anywho, so she hands me the bonsai plant. She's like, it keeps dying. I don't know what's wrong with it. And I look, and there's butterfly chrysalis. I think that's what they're called. Like little cocoons. But the butterflies are starting to hatch. And so all of them hatch all of a sudden, and they're everywhere, and they're all different colors, and it's so beautiful. And then this badass little boy took a metal fan and sucked them all into there. And I'm like, what is going on with this dream? Please wake me up. And so finally, I'm able to wake myself up. And I look at my hand immediately because I almost jumped out of bed. Austin, I promise to you, I look at my hand, and right where I said there was holes at, there's like scars that obviously I've never seen these before in my life. I wish I was on video chat because I can show you, but I don't know what the hell they're doing, but exactly where I had these wounds on my hand in the dream, I have new wounds now. So this is your friendly reminder. Leave Diddler in the astral realm alone. I don't know what this even means or how this even happened, but it terrified me.
So,
And I'm not talking about that man.
I'm wondering if, so when I went to California this last weekend, I was having like nightmares almost every night.
Yes.
And I usually don't really have nightmares, but it was like I don't remember who it was, but it was some celebrity, and it was like they assaulted me, like they attacked me. And then the whole nightmare was like, maybe it's just because I can't let things go, but the whole nightmare was like me trying to get back at them and like nobody believing me, but like it would wake me up. And then I'd go back to sleep, and then I'd be back in it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this is not how it's supposed to go. Fix it, Jesus, because I mean, I feel like if you are dreaming, the nerve of your body, the nerve of whatever the universe, whoever's involved in the production of dreams, how dare you push me into another dream? Equally as disturbing as the first one, but not as disturbing.
Yeah.
It was just such a weird dream, and I know we talk about timeline. I was trying to explain it in the chat what I meant about the timeline jump.
Right.
But even before, like in October, it was a shitty month. It was literally a bad month. And I'm like, something is coming. And then November 1st, it was like I woke up and I'm like, you ever have the realization or ask yourself like, whoa, is this real? Am I alive? Like I look at my hands, I went outside, everything seemed super, super bright. It was definitely
I had that a lot as a child. Like I remember being in school and looking like at the mirror and being like, oh, I'm really in this shit right now, aren't I?
Yeah. That's exactly what I experienced. And I used to experience it as a child, and I tried to explain this to my mom one time, and she looked at me like I was crazy. But it's like that realization, like, oh my gosh, this is for real. It almost feels like you are in a simulation, but you know you're not at the same time. That's why we have the Mandela effect and all that other stuff, you know, the jumping timelines, like Mickey Mouse had a tail one day and then the next day he didn't, or whatever. Does Mickey Mouse have a tail, Austin?
No, I don't. I just know I give him too much money.
No, he did not have a tail in my eyes. But apparently he's had a tail the whole time. He's had a tail. I felt so betrayed.
Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing it on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I do remember seeing, because I was like, oh, they have tails.
But before then, nothing.
Steamboat Willie, there's a photo. He has a tail.
I promise you. And even like the movie Shazam, whatever was Sinbad, they're like, oh, that didn't happen. These are timeline jumps, right? Where in one timeline people absolutely remember it, in the other they don't. Even with the elections, of course, that was the biggest goddamn timeline jump. I think all of it, and collectively, if you go on Spiritual Talk, there is a whole algorithm full of psychics, mediums, astrologists who predicted the election. It's a world-renowned election predictor who also predicted the same thing. And they're not a medium or anything. He's just like an analyst, and he's never gotten
the white guy,
an election wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Everybody
now has his
expected it.
second incorrect election that he's called. But like other than that, he's been
The algorithm on Spiritual Girl TikTok right now with this timeline jump stuff, and then the fact that they're dragging a lot of people like, oh, you were wrong, but they weren't wrong. And that's why I was saying, like, I made a TikTok days and days before the election, and I'm like, what if they're seeing into different timelines? And those people were like, she's going to win, and then other people were like, he's going to win. So I'm like, what if we're all seeing into something different? But yeah, that's just my piece. I just wanted to come and say hi. I can't even read the comments because for some reason I get an echo. But I miss you guys, and I can't wait to be back next Tuesday.
We will see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
We miss you, but
We definitely miss you.
I know. I'll be there. Rain, sick husband, sleet or shine. I'll be there. Promise.
He'll have to come in and explain himself as if there's anything to explain. But we'll have a trial for him next week.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. I'm going to get back in the chat. Y'all call in. Give us your stories. I'm listening.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Thank you, Noah. We love you, miss you. We'll see you.
All right. Love y'all too.
I don't know. I'll probably see her this weekend. But yeah, the thing is what I realized with the election is like a lot of silent people were just fed up, but they don't understand what they're fed up at. And so they just think voting for change is going to do it. But then they're going to be like, oh, look at all this change we have. It's because we voted Trump in. But then they don't understand how how presidential cycles run. You know, like right now I'm paying 15% on all of my income because I'm self-employed, and that's under the Trump tax plan. It's not because of Joe Biden. But yeah, I'm speaking too much. I'm too educated. I'm woke.
Yeah.
I've been radicalized by the left.
No.
Favorite clip ever, by the way, if you want to laugh about this, there's a guy and he's stitched with like and it's like the left is radicalizing our children. He's like, bro, why don't you go radicalize some bitches, bro? Like, shut up. Like,
yeah, that's what you should do with your time. A lot of energy that day. I really liked that.
There was a ton of energy. And it, like, even in my house, like I was trying to work because I was leaving that like in 2 days. I was like, I got to get a ton of stuff done. And it was hard. It was hard to like constantly not just check and be like, where are we at?
You're pacing.
Well, not even pacing. You just maybe pacing window tabs.
Yeah.
Just
window tabs.
Where are we at?
Tough to know who's telling the truth. Everybody covered it. I don't know
Just
how you feel.
I feel that radicalized by being broke. Yeah, and then like I feel it even more so. KL, are you self-employed too? 30%? I mean, I'm paying 15% because I have a dependent and I have write-offs. But like even still, like George and I own a business together. Noah and I own a business together, but I also have my own business. And with both of those, like I paying so much, and then like housing right now. Like I'm trying to buy a house. I have my down payment, but like my income is still like, and I like tripled my income this year.
Yeah.
Like my yearly income. I think George and I both like at least doubled it. And then it was like, dog, you're still going to need another like 80,000 a year.
People are catching on to the rigmarole that is all these big corporations buying up all these houses. Before you know it, though, if any person, I don't know.
Christy, I heard that.
The T-Man could go either way. I don't know. If he's really for the people.
It depends on the people. I think it depends. But
I mean, bro, there's all these goddamn houses going up left and right. And
but the thing is especially us. KL, don't even get me started on gas in California. So I've talked about
$6.
It was for premium. It was like $5.50.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So I have a fairly new car. It has a turbo, so it has to have premium. And here, I mean, I have a Sam's Club membership, so I'm paying like $3.60 a gallon. Not bad at all for premium. Went to California over the weekend. Thankfully, I only had to fill up once because that car, surprisingly, all the way to Anaheim, I still had a quarter of a tank of gas left. Amazing. Phenomenal.
Perfect.
In Anaheim, I was paying $5.60 a gallon. I was like, how do you afford that? Yes, Alexandria. Because, okay, here's the thing. What I've learned, and George and I learned a lot of this too, when we were at the last studio, we had a lot of people in finance, a lot of people in crypto. That's the investment now.
Yeah.
It used to just be just real estate. No, the investment is to get apartments, because if you make them forever rent,
Yeah.
you own them. It's fucked up, but it's true.
Yeah. And they all do.
Yeah, KL. So we don't have income tax here. I think that's what's kind of helping me, but still, like, being self-employed and having a business, like, it's still just so high in taxes.
Yeah.
Which is why everybody's coming here from California, from New York, from Florida, because there's no state income tax.
Yeah, people love it for that reason, but it's a dope place to live. I also think it like flips in our direction to eventually. That's just it's the ebbs and flow of humanity. Crisis happens, extreme changes, extreme cutback. You know,
and this is something that the U.S. loves to do, is we love to overcorrect.
Yeah,
We love to overcorrect. So this is like an overcorrection of like, houses are too expensive. Okay, well, do you understand why houses are too expensive? No, vote different. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
now we're going to overcorrect, and now we're going to get like a lot of like radical stuff on that side. And then we're going to overcorrect again in the next election.
It's like it's like steering a ship in the 1400s. Like those big steering wheels that you see spin 35 times. It's like, you don't know how much you're actually turning that direction.
Yeah.
You're just,
yeah.
that way, Captain. Never mind.
Marie in the Truly Bizarre chat. Yes, that was Noah. She did call in. She was Mandela had a bit of a little scare over the weekend, but he's good now. He just got home. He got discharged from the hospital, which is great to hear. Yeah, KL, you are the dream of home ownership is strangling to death. Yeah, I'm trying to get in right now, and it's so like, I'll be completely transparent. Like, I think my budget is around $300,000 here in Vegas. I can get like a condo or a townhouse, which is, which here's the thing. It's better than my current situation, but
yeah.
Yeah,
like, come
KL,
on,
it is running it up. Well, here, what the problem is I don't even like, I can't even begin to explain. Like, houses are expensive and rent is expensive here. Like, it's just expensive. I think it's because we're becoming the new LA.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, Hollywood's coming here, even though they just said that they just opened, they have a bunch of new tax incentives for Hollywood out there. But
Yeah, because they don't want to lose it. But
Alexandria, yeah, I'm basically like where we're at. I'm basically like, we're a single income house. Granted, like, I have multiple streams of income, but even still, it's like, good Lord. Trying to buy, that's where all my hair went. I was trying to buy a house and all my hair fell out.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Christy. Yeah, my parents bought their house for $139,000 in 2002, and now it's worth like $400,000. Crazy. Michigan might be the move. See, here's the thing though, is like, yeah, I could move to like Oregon or something, but like that's something like my family's talking about right now, but like my businesses and stuff are here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could also move to remote.
It could, but the thing is,
yeah,
like,
there's just
my business right now, like, so the totally transparent post-production business is where I make how I pay my bills. This and Truly Bizarre are like additional income. Ideally, the goal is this and Truly Bizarre are all I do. That's the goal, is to make all of my money doing content creation. It's not impossible by any means. Noah's been able to do it. George has a client that does that. It's not impossible, but it is an investment and it takes a lot. But yeah, like, I mean, I know, I think we have a family member moving to Oregon, and so we're thinking Oregon, but like, I would have to make sure like all of my work is like, I don't need to physically be somewhere. Like right now, I have to physically be in this room with clients and record them and transfer and everything. I mean, if I was able to get clients that like all I did was edit for them and produce, like George has got it. He's got it pretty good right now.
Yeah, I could go kind of like wherever, except I'm on shows here. The studio that I record, that's another thing too. Like when you're on air talent, it's different, you know?
Yeah, it is different because
you got to be at a
like
location.
This show, to be completely transparent, we can do the show anywhere. We could all be at our homes and still have you guys call in and it'd still be the same thing. I do think there is I think there is something different about in studio, though.
Without a doubt.
It's totally different. Granted, it is nice that if you're able to do the whole show from your house, you save money on commuting, you save money on studio expenses, and all that. Yeah, Samaj, post-production and editing, like, so I started off as an editor back in, well, I've been editing since 2018 with my own shows. George and I had a show back in the day.
Yep.
But you quickly find out that, like, being just an editor, unless you're working on massive projects, is not the business in terms of, like, making full time. Like, right now I'm doing edits and I'm making not enough for like to just do that. The real business is
being in person.
Is being in person and handling everything. So George and I handle top to tail with our clients.
Yeah.
Everything from recording, editing, clips, social media management, post-production, all the stuff on the back end, like making sure stuff gets uploaded to Spotify, all that stuff. Everybody's telling me in the chat, Oregon's not cheap. No, nowhere's cheap right now.
Arkansas.
Yeah, but it's Arkansas.
I get it. But
nothing against people who live in Arkansas, but it's Arkansas.
Fiber, Wi-Fi, and the
tornadoes.
No, actually, not the northwest part, as much as you'd think.
We had a tornado in Nevada. I don't think anywhere's safe anymore.
Whoa, you're right.
We did over by Mesquite, like a mile from Mesquite.
Arkansas ain't that bad. Don't look past that. I've been flying into
Alexandria. I don't think I want to live in the city. If I'm being completely honest,
yeah,
I want to do like compound living.
Ooh,
like relatives, you get a couple acres.
Oh, hey. I'm game. I think I'm game because that's like logistically it makes sense. You build a homestead somewhere.
Yeah, and then you provide for yourself. You get chickens, you have eggs.
Yep.
You grow your own vegetables, fruits.
Mm-hmm.
You go hunt. You hunt a deer, like an elk. You have meat for the year. You have meat for the year, dude.
So and then you start raising your kids back with a little bit of like those values. It's key in slowing the timeline down. Let's wrap it full circle here, Austin. We started this talking about how it feels like a timeline jump. It's high energy. If we want to slow the times down, we get a homestead. We slow the time down by reverting back to when life was its greatest. Think about the safety and security that we felt. Oh, shit. I don't know. When do you think we were really our safest and secure?
What, financially or just
all around? All around.
Youth.
Yeah. So we got to revert back to that. What did we like doing when we were kids? Playing with animals and playing in the dirt.
Fucking video games all day.
Playing video games in the dirt. No, not in the dirt. But taking care of things that are relatively easy to take care of. Life's not that hard, you know?
I agree with you, Jules, as I just spent a ton of money at Disneyland over the weekend. I need to unsubscribe from capitalism. Yeah, I mean, it's the way to go. It's like right now I'm trying to get a house and it's so hard. Granted, I'm in Vegas. You know where I want to live? So that way I'm not too far removed is like Blue Diamond. Not the road, like the community. I had to take your money out of Amazon and pay off that credit card. Joke's on you. My credit's not good enough to have a credit card with Amazon.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's the timeline you create. Yeah, it's. I think it's just about it's like the energy. It's like what you put out there for yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to slow it down, people. Like that is one thing that a lot of meditation will bring to your life. If you do it enough, time is in your control. It's a weird thing. You won't know until you do
Storm in Truly Bizarre said we had tornadoes in Buffalo. Damn, all the way up there? Damn.
A buffalo tornado is terrifying.
Yeah, just snow. Farming ain't easy. Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. It's definitely something you're going to have to learn. Yeah. But I think it's a skill worth investing your time into.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to like then revert back to like what your means are at that point, and you still have to be able to meet those. can you meet that while still doing all these other things?
I don't think you move to a homestead and then you just quit capitalism cold turkey. I think you would hate it.
No, yeah, this isn't.
It's like
Alaska
an addiction.
unknown.
You slowly wean off of it.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because farming is definitely not easy. I mean, if it was, everybody would be doing it. But yeah, I mean, the thing is like it's so scary because of like my work.
Yeah.
So make sure to become a member so we can just do this full time.
Well, yeah, I mean, if any form of capital I don't feel like we don't give YouTube anything except our undivided attention, and that's all they need for monetary purposes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Here's the thing. Are you fine with monopoly? And that's definitely what a lot of these corporations have done.
Yeah, definitely. That's what they're going to continue to do.
Are you cool with it?
That's the real ghost. That's the real terrifying aspect.
I know, dude. Like, is that... Here's the thing, because then you could just be like, all right, they're a necessary evil.
Stephanie in the chat on Truly Bizarre. What up, Stephanie? Stephanie, we need to get you on the show. You need to come. I know you're not far. You got to come. Stephanie, we got to have you come to Vegas, okay?
Yep.
Be on the show, and then I'm taking you to the Pioneer, and then we're doing an investigation there.
Period.
Okay? I think we have to have that happen. It has to happen. But good to see you, Stephanie. Hope everything's going well for you. Stephanie gets it. Stephanie's a full-time content creator. She gets it. Yeah, I mean, like, ideally, like, I've had many conversations where, like, I do want to have a homestead. Like, as soon as I get a house, even in the city, I'm getting chickens. Yeah, KL. Yeah, it's a lot of trial and error and willingness to put in this. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is like, okay, don't spend all of your resources on just farming to survive, because if you have no idea how to do it, you're going to fail and then you're going to start. Like, no.
Yeah.
Also, I love Target.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's a hint of it. But yeah, think about like those people that live on the outskirts. I mean, you always see those homes, like especially when you're on your way up to Mount Charleston, where it's like disconnected enough to where you get the dead of silent at night, which is important.
Yeah, that's the real pleasure.
Oh, dude, like Vegas on an energy scale, like down by the Strip, obviously is a 11 out of 10. New York,
it's probably
is like that everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
there's no escaping it.
It's so, I mean, it's like a 20.
Yeah, I've heard
least
of people
in Vegas,
like,
you have a little bit of space. You feel like you have a little bit of space.
Yeah, Vegas is definitely not that compact. Like, even in my neighborhood, like it can be quiet. George's neighborhood, it can be quiet. Lynn, so Noah, Mr. Fresh had a medical emergency he had to take care of over the weekend. He's doing better now. He just got released from the hospital, so Noah is taking care of that. She did call in a little bit ago, so make sure you watch the replay that's going to come out on Thursday and check that out. She's in the chat though, so she's not here. But yeah, I mean, D. Finkley said it perfectly. Not fine with it, but the ship has sailed. Yeah, that's the thing is like, I am not going to change people monopolizing.
Right.
It's like the same thing with like credit. Like, yeah, credit sucks, but it's there. You just have to learn how to play the game. That's just the way it is. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think my goal maybe in the next year or so is to just become fully remote in terms of like work.
Yeah.
That way I'm not dependent on physically having to be somewhere. So that way I can move to like Oregon or Washington or maybe even just, maybe not California, because that's going to, fucking, apparently Oregon's not that much different. Maybe like Utah.
Hey, you can move to the middle of bumfuck anywhere and be on-air talent and have a really good set. And as long as you have fiber Wi-Fi, you'll be amazing.
I mean, if that guy on Pat McAfee's show can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. You just need fiber Wi-Fi. If you had that, you're set.
Fiber internet, yep. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, maybe in the next year or so, maybe Calls From Beyond will be fully remote until we do, but then we'll do, then it'll be really big when we do like live shows, like actual live, like in person.
Yeah. It'll be huge.
Yeah. Georgia is a good place to buy land or home for your money, just not in the city. We only get heavy rain and a random tornado every once in a while. See, Georgia, I've heard it, but I heard it sucks in the summer.
I love how the chat has turned into like everybody pitching their state. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let us know which state is the best state to buy land.
Yeah. Also, I know with the election, I know we have a lot of left-leaning people here. Political climate is changing. This is not a political show, but I'm just advocating. If you do not defend yourself, I think now is the time to learn how. Take a firearms course. Maybe arm yourself. Maybe get your CCW. There's a group that I'm in called the Liberal Gun Club, and it is really nice for people who like firearms but don't want to be on the right side of it or don't want to be, like that. But we do have a lot of cool stuff. We actually talk about prepping a lot too. They have a full Discord server, so just something to check out. But I would say I think everybody should be able to defend themselves. And yeah. So I mean, all right. I guess
like
we
That's
now
good
know.
PSA.
Now we know that I got to figure out how to move and just become fully remote.
Fully remote. That's the goal. That's on the vision board.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's just what's gonna happen. I think we all.
Let me see.
The cool thing about Wally is they never had to leave that little chair. I'm gonna be honest. If I
Chair
had
was
a,
fucking lit.
it was. I'm gonna. As bad as it is, and as much as it would cripple us as a society, I would love the chair. I was on the chair side.
The chair side. You were for the chair.
Yeah, and I do know what it stood for at the end, but up until that point, I mean, we're kind of just headed for the chair, and that looked like a comfortable chair. I would have loved to been.
Dang, George! I just found a
in that chair.
4.4. I'm looking at property in Oregon now.
Okay,
okay. I found a 4.
Are you on Zillow, my
no,
friend?
I'm on Redfin.
You're on Redfin,
Yeah,
bro?
I'm
gonna hit Redfin up too.
I just saw a 4.4. This is totally unhinged calls from beyond, but
let's go.
we take this show as it comes.
Let's
we enjoy the
go.
calls. We enjoy you guys. You guys, this is like family to us. So
The call lines are open, so call in.
This is what happens when nobody calls in. Is I'm gonna look at property in Oregon.
All right.
I found a 4.4 acre lot, White City, Oregon. I don't know where that's at, but it's 4.4 acres for $250,000. That is, dude, out here, I couldn't even get a house for that much.
You said how many acres?
4.4.
Wow. Yeah, these here.
It's I can give you the address. That might help. 17150 Antioch.
Bro. This is what
Yo, Mr. Fresh is in the chat. Everybody get up for Mr. Fresh. Everybody get up for Mr. Fresh. We're so glad to hear you're doing okay. Mr. Fresh, are we moving to Oregon?
Are we?
Are we doing a Calls from Beyond compound? It's not a cult.
Whoa.
Not a cult, but a compound.
That'd be dope. Calls from Beyond House?
Calls from Beyond House. That just sounds like that's like something Drewski would do. Who want to be up in his house?
We have auditions.
Alexandria, I think that's the key, because like building a house is cheaper than buying the land, because that's always what you're buying when you're buying a house. You're buying the land. Noah, I agree. I want a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom. My budget is $20.74.
We can make that happen.
Bro,
Noah.
that's what like fucking House Hunters is on HGTV. They're like, my wife collects butterflies and I film YouTube videos. Our budget is $15 million. Like, where? How did you get?
We're not willing to go above that.
Mari says, Mari, of course you're invited.
Yeah. Come on now.
4.
Calls from Beyond House?
Calls from Beyond House.
We
4.4 acres.
We do the show.
This one has an HOA. Okay, this one has an HOA. Guess how much the HOA is?
$12.
$6.
Okay. That's
$6. I'll pay $6 for an HOA.
reasonable. I like that. Yeah, it would be. Oregon's very nice. I like the lifestyle, the people.
That's where the family wants to go. That's where the missus wants to go.
But at the same time,
2.84 acre lot, 160,000. 33105 Redwood Highway.
And you're close enough to like that Northern California portion. Northern California is so gorgeous too.
Yeah, but it's California income tax. Motherfucker.
No, I know, but I'm saying you get to enjoy like the scenery and not a crazy drive from San Fran from the bottom of Oregon too. Love San Francisco. If I could go.
I was overwhelmed in San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, where is this? I need to see where this is on a map.
If I could live in Sausalito Bay, that is like.
Oh, this is like Southern Oregon. This is like you're right on almost at the border of California. You know where I really like, but I've heard is expensive too, is I used to visit Washington a lot, like north of Seattle, like across the bay, like Bremerton area. Yes, KL, you are absolutely correct. When you buy, Noah, you have Portland out there. It's very left. It's kind of like Nevada, where like gun rights are really good, but also it's not just white people. But what was I even saying? I blanked it, but Washington is nice though. But I heard that taxes there suck. Central coast of California expensive. Yeah, I think anything California is expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
It's California.
We're just saying, we're dreaming,
We're dreaming. Mount Charleston is nice, but that's like those houses are like in the millions.
I think that's okay. In a zombie apocalypse type situation, I may go towards like San Francisco.
Why would you go to a highly populated area?
No. Like Sausalito Bay in the hills.
Okay.
Like away from things, but like where $1 million homes are.
Oh, so you can live in luxury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next to the ocean too, and from what I've seen, zombies in water. Get a little boat right there.
It depends. Okay, so it totally depends. KL, yeah, of course. It totally depends on the type of zombie. This is what I can nerd out about. Walking Dead, I'm not scared. You're telling me that in Georgia, walking zombies took over. Bro, in Georgia? Like Texas? Dude, you're telling me that there wouldn't be lifted F-150s or Dodge Rams just going around just shooting them
right
for fun. Are you kidding me? No, that wouldn't. Yeah, no. Is it sunshine out there in Portland? Well, I mean, I don't want to move to Portland. I want to move to Oregon.
Yeah, Portland is
Lake No Negro. Oh my God. No, Alexandria.
What do I have to look up now?
Christy, are you in Oregon? Oh, Wisconsin? Okay, one way in, one way out. Move to the mountains. Yep.
Yeah, I know. You want to be at the top of the hill. Set up, just like how Switzerland did. You set up turrets on the way up to the hill. And
set up tank bunkers.
Yeah. Ain't nobody coming in.
Oregon's a little rain. Yeah, I know, Mari. I live in a desert. I want the rain.
Yeah, that's the one downside of Vegas is like you're dried up. You're a dried sponge.
See, Keisha, I also I have a Ford now. I have a Bronco. Like, I want to be out there shooting, but like I'm also not gonna I also want women to have reproductive rights. Like, is it crazy?
Yeah.
The best way to describe it is I want to be able to smoke weed and have my gun at my friend's gay wedding.
Yeah.
Bro, like, what's wrong with any of that?
While a professional abortion is being done in the back.
In the back, professionally by a health professional, because the woman chose to do that.
I was like, I don't know what else to add to that. Where else should we look for houses? Idaho?
No, Idaho is like, I have family out there. Idaho is like.
Idaho is not the place to go.
True. No,
it would be tough for me to spend $500,000 on a house in
KL,
Idaho.
Phoenix is going to run out of water first because they're already running out of water. Vegas, probably not. It depends on what we do. Like if we start allowing Phoenix to take our water. LA, I don't think is running out because they don't. Here's how I know LA is doing better, because years ago when I would go vacation in San Diego or Disney, they would have a sign in the shower that's like, please be courteous, we're in a drought. Those signs are gone. That's how you know nature is healing. When California doesn't have signs in the showers at their hotels saying, please don't use a ton of water.
Which, by the way,
KL gets it.
those signs would make me wanna...
Justin said an abortion is a wild wedding favor.
We just have a doctor on hand just because that's what's available. It would be awesome for it to snow this year, Austin. I just saw that in the chat.
Wait, for us?
Yeah. Las Vegas, a little snow.
Who said that?
We don't act.
It's Noah saying, yeah, when we do get rain, it's like snow. Like we treat it like it's snow.
I know. And sometimes we get snow and then we've
gotten snow a couple of times. Manny said, no Idaho, George, Idaho.
No. Idaho. Colorado. Hey, real talk. New Mexico.
No, I don't want to live in a desert. I want to live Pacific. I want to meet Bigfoot.
You want to have the opportunity, Austin, to have an encounter in the woods.
Yeah. I want to have woods. I want to have woods on my property, so I'm fucking terrified every night. And then I get the night vision scanning for Bigfoot.
No,
have my own little watchtower.
You would need
my hunting rifle up there.
For sure, a watchtower.
Who's trying to take away women's rights?
Thermal camera, so that you could see through the brush.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yep.
Recording 4K footage.
And then I just upload it and go, look at what I caught.
Find it.
Yeah. Didn't we just have a storm? Like windstorms, yeah. KL, that is a very commendable thing your daughter did.
What did her daughter do? I can't see.
Said that they cleared out the shelves of Plan B to send to people in Texas.
Yeah, I mean,
my favorite thing is like, I don't know if you guys have seen that guy that says your body, my choice. First of all, fuck that guy. I think his house is on fire, like burned down or something.
Really?
Yeah, legitimately. Like TikTok found him like hours after that video came out. But I love the videos where women are like, they're sitting in their car and they're like, oh, you say your body, my choice. And then they rack their gun. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. An armed society is a polite society.
Yeah.
Think about it.
That's why the amendment is there.
Tells you something when Vanessa goes, I think I want to learn how to shoot now. That tells you everything you need to know.
An armed women society is... Yeah.
Yeah, Bigfoot will fuck you up, yeah.
Bigfoot will kill you.
Bigfoot will kill you. But you know who is scarier than Bigfoot? Trump supporters.
Yeah. Bigfoot will unzip your body and step through into another reality.
Damn, no, I did not see that. That's fucked up. To be fair, though, I mean, you're on his property. But for him, though, no, I have no sympathy. What state is that in? Even with like stand your ground, like there's nothing to stand your ground about somebody knocking on your door. Like you have to be in legitimate fear for your life. Alexandria, there's this guy who said that he went up to a woman and was like, your body, my choice. And like,
Yeah, that's where it's...
Manny, true, right? Well, Manny, if you're a felon, you can carry a black powder gun.
A black powder gun?
Because it's not classified as a firearm.
Oh, so fuck you up.
Yeah, that's what they use in the Civil War. Like, you'll fucking kill somebody.
Oh, it's like a musket bullet.
Yeah, legit. Well, I mean, they're regular rounds now, but it's black powder, so you have to, like, muzzle load it.
And you get one.
You get one, but, like, then you get, like a Batman smokescreen. poof, and you can run.
That's pretty funny.
Mari, I see. He's in a blue state, Illinois. Oh, he was on a video saying it. He posted a whole ass video. Okay, so I guess he just said it on a video. Yeah, like, bro, people are crazy.
People see a camera too, and they go like,
they go sicko mode.
They're like, oh my god, let me get it out right now.
But yeah, I guess that's what the takeaway from tonight's episode is. I guess I'm gonna start figuring out how to become remote only.
Remote only.
George and I are gonna move and start a compound. You're welcome to join the cult,
bro. We're gonna build think about the lumber, and we'll just build the frames, put it up. We could build a house.
No. I'm not going to pretend that I could. Could I learn how? Yeah, absolutely. But could I go right now? No. But, George, the thing is you buy the land, because that's the hard part.
Right.
You buy the land. Oh, who's calling me? Oh, is it TikTok?
It's TikTok. It's TikTok saying hello.
Who tried to join? I'm just curious.
Nobody. It said we're inactive. It's like,
oh, it does that when you're... I thought that was like somebody trying to join your call.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm late. What happened at Outback Steakhouse? I forgot. I had the poll up. George was talking about Outback Steakhouse earlier. But so you buy the land, then you get a trailer. Then you just park the trailer there, and then you live out of that while you're building your house.
Yep. And I mean, you do it quick.
Yeah.
It's like Lincoln Logs, right?
I think legitimately, like, how much does it cost to build a house?
Uh-oh. We're going to go down the rabbit hole now.
To build a house. Roughly $100 to $200 per square foot. So roughly $300,000.
Well, I was expecting it to be a little bit cheaper than that. What about like a 3D printing situation?
Bro,
they have 3D.
You fucking melt your printer.
They 3D print houses.
I know they don't.
Okay, I'm going to show you.
Let's
right
look at
now.
a 3D printed house. Oh my god!
It exists.
World's
bitch.
largest 3D printed neighborhood nears completion in Texas.
Look at this thing. This is nice. You have
Ooh,
this.
girl, this is nice.
I'm gonna be honest. This is pretty not here. I want to open image in new tab. Boom.
Hay bale homes.
3D printed. 3D printed.
Oh, you legitimately build your shit out of hay. Didn't we have a whole song about the three little pigs and why you shouldn't?
Well, yeah, that's a bad idea, but this looks like sturdy plastic. Hey,
Sturdy No, I'm saying somebody said straw like house.
that's wild.
I mean, it's like probably like a composite material.
Straw house. It's possible, Austin. Okay, 3D printed house cost? Question mark. I mean, bro. I mean, this is literally what Google gives me. It could vary widely, anywhere from 10,000 to over $1 million.
Yeah, you build like a tiny home. Sure, it's gonna be cheap.
A small 3D printed home, luxury 3D
Manny,
printed
you are true. That is
can
also
cost
correct.
over
Just give me a double wide or give me a triple wide. Honestly, let me have some space. Put that shit on the land. You're done. All right. Then you can actually build your house. But you can take your time.
Yeah.
Eileen, I'm not down with the tiny home. There's 3 of us.
Whoa. Yeah. No, tiny home people. Let's, Austin, maybe it's time to change the poll. Could you live in a tiny home? Because for me, it's a hard.
We talked about it. We
no,
talked about
bro.
like van living. Like if it was just the 2 of us with no kid, we'd probably do it. But no, not with a kid.
No, of course not.
No.
Yeah. It would be very tough. Yeah, these 3D printed homes will definitely cost you roughly $300. Why is everything $300,000?
That's just because of labor and lumber. Lumber prices have gone up.
Oh, well, I'm saying for the 3D printed house as well.
Lumber.
Well,
Lumber, bro. For a 3D printed house, it uses no lumber.
Well, this doesn't look like lumber.
No, I'm just that's just the joke. Is it's still the cost of lumber, even though you're not using any.
I get what you're doing there.
But yeah, I guess let us know. Maybe we have to start like a preppers channel in the Discord of like, what are you doing to? I want chickens. I legitimately want chickens because eggs. I love eggs. And they shit them out so quickly.
Well, you think that actually, if you are if you watch the show Survivor, Survivor fans in the house,
Which you have a friend that was on it.
I did have a friend that was on it, and they just this season got chickens for a reward. They had the ability to get 3 chickens.
They just fucking murder them on screen. Could you imagine?
No, that's okay. Like, bro, it's Survivor.
I know, but like, imagine like, wow,
yeah, but guess what? These softies were like, we're just gonna let it give us the eggs instead of killing the chicken.
Which is still protein. You're still getting protein, and you
This
have
thing,
like unlimited.
They laid 4 eggs over 3 days, and 2 of the eggs fell off, and cracked before they were able to get it.
Well, I'm assuming you have to have like the chicken not be stressed the fuck out.
Yeah,
because they shipped that chicken from Arkansas. That chicken was not there on the island,
and they kept it. So they kept these chickens cooped up in this small little container that they gave them. It's like, no shit. Like, the chicken's got to be able to roam, and then they come back and they lay eggs when they're ready. But people don't know that.
Yeah. Well, the Steven's house in Good Springs, he has chickens. Like, even that is nice. Like a small town, and you have even a half acre. Look how much he was able to do with a half acre.
Right.
Like, give me a. There's a thing, and I might post it in the Discord. There was a thing of like how to homestead with like varying levels of land available to like 1/8 of an acre, which is like most houses.
Yeah, I would love some chickies.
See, yeah, Black Cauldron is I want a micro farm, micro pig, micro cow, micro horses, teacup Yorkie chickens that never grow. Oh, you just want the Paris Hilton farm. Noah likes small things. That's the thing though, is like, okay, so what I do is I get land and then I start a homesteading channel.
And you're just like constantly in overalls. Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. I think that is your future.
That's my future. Dude, ever since
bro, you become the
COVID?
homesteading Steve Irwin. Your kid takes over when you tragically pass away in a cow accident.
In a cow accident, it stings me somehow.
Never mind.
What do you guys think? Should I also start a homesteading channel when I get land?
Call it
Homesteading from Beyond.
Alvarez Ranch.
The Truly Homestead.
Oh, the Truly Homestead is actually cute.
But like low key, my place is haunted. So I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, yo, these crops are doing great, but there's a fucking noise out there that I don't know what the fuck it is.
Bro, yeah. It's like the Courage the Cowardly Dog. You're that house out in the middle of nowhere.
See, that's why I don't want to live in the desert, because he would return the slab. I would have lit his ass up. He would have had a 308 round coming from a half a mile away. Return the done. Fuck, I'm not fucking playing around.
That's funny.
Oh, Kale, don't even. I went to. We have this place out here called Tractor Supply. Went out there for like a. They had like a mini cow decoration that the missus wanted, and we were out there and like I was looking at like the chicken coops. $1,200. Realistically though, you can get like good ones for like $200.
Right.
That can hold like 3 to 4. But I was like, God damn. But them eggs are probably nice though.
Oh yes.
They probably have like a jacuzzi in there. They probably have flat screens.
They got a nice little. It's like they have like a heated. They have heated hay.
Heated hay. Well, that's a legit thing you have to do. You have to like heat their enclosures in the winter.
Well, yeah, but like to get like heated hay. I don't know.
You just light it on fire. I don't know. I'm new to this. I'm
trying to make chicken fingers. I didn't know I was done. Jeez.
Yeah. Homesteads from Beyond. Okay, Noah, I think we have to like. That's what we're moving the entire team. Also, Danette's going to college in Oregon.
Whoa.
So I mean, well, that's where one of their sisters is moving, which is why Vanessa brought it up. But yeah, we go out there. That we keep the band together.
Yep.
And we get a homestead. We get like 10 acres. Let's get like 20.
I
Let's get
ride
20.
my
Everybody
horse
gets like 2.
to the show every day. I just like ride
We just
in my
do it
horse.
outside, like at a campfire. Bro, could you imagine how cool that would be if we were telling ghost stories around a campfire and they would call in and tell us our ghost stories?
That would be
cool as shit. That'd be awesome.
That's a really cool set.
That it's just nature. Occasionally, I have to fire a warning shot off into the forest.
Yeah, but it's your
poachers.
bro.
Yeah, because it's my property. Like,
it's sick. That's Austin.
that's the goal.
Can we actually make this like a? Let's put this on the vision board for Calls from Beyond. Needs to be done in nature.
No, we don't. We don't want Portland. We don't want a city.
No. We want to be out.
We want to be out in the elements.
Calls from Beyond.
Beyond Portland, beyond Vegas, beyond New York City, beyond Miami, beyond. We just do that. Like maybe we could be like 30 minutes outside of Portland or something. Like an hour or something. So that way you could go and get your Target, get your Starbucks. Because I do. Hey, Starbucks came out with the
Yeah, but you stopped going to Starbucks if you had to drive 2 hours for Starbucks.
Yeah. I just learned how to make it myself.
Facts.
Just learn how to do it. Just grow the pumpkin spice in your own yard.
Just buy the cocoa beans straight from
No
the
sun.
source.
Yeah, no, I don't want a sundown. I don't even want a town. Noah, let it be a sundown town and I'm there with you. Thank God I got Surefire on my gun so that I don't need sun.
Sundown town?
Sundown town, lights on town.
Bro, they ain't ready.
Somebody was asking about EDC earlier. We'll find out. But come to Ontario. We do a big campfire. But I want to stay in America because Second Amendment, brother.
Yeah, Canada would be kind of scary. Don't you guys have bears?
KL, can you put that in the Discord so I can remember it? In case Boo want to shake something. If we do it ourselves, we get the country hoedown. But we're going to play like 90s rap in there. Everybody calm down, wear your boots.
Yeah.
You just got like Tupac just bumping in the barn.
Big X, bro.
Big X.
Big X.
45 minutes out of Portland is cool for me. I mean, hey, man.
Whoa, you turned into Owen Wilson there for a second.
Hey, man. Somebody did the math on like
man.
how much he makes for saying wow. I think he made like $1,700 every time he said wow.
I was trying to use one of his wows for a Instagram clip I was making, and it's actually tough. When he says it in movies, he's not saying it the way that you want him to say it.
No, wow. You're like, no.
No. Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
He's like, oh.
All right. Okay. His brother is the same way though, Luke Wilson,
Wow.
who is in Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
He does it too. He's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Can I get an official title since Homesteads from Beyond is my idea? we'll have to figure something out.
Homesteads from Beyond. We're going to like spell it with a 0.
KL, could you send that
You will
email to
get
callsfrombeyond@gmail.com then? I'm trying to get paid for fuck around, find out. I mean, are we all? We're all trying to get.
Yeah.
Gather around a campfire, sing a song. I can play guitar. We're good.
Yeah. Doing a campfire show is like once I get my Starlink and I'm confident in it,
then
Austin,
we're running it.
and
We're
we're ready
running
to,
it.
yeah, bro. Like, let's go wherever. It doesn't matter. Middle of the night.
Middle of the night. And that's when I heard, holy shit, what was that?
Whoa. Let's sit around the campfire. We should actually read scary stories of like the areas that we're
Do creepy Reddit stories by a campfire? We can do
Yeah.
that now. We don't even have to.
but outside in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like we go to like camping and then turn on a campfire and then read it.
And then we read it like that.
Would you guys want to see that?
That would be sick.
Would you guys want to see us read scary stories around a campfire? Maybe some s'mores, maybe some stuff like that. I don't know.
All this until we finally get up there and Starlink gives us like no ability to.
Yeah, we get out there and they're
It's a
like, this
live
is
stream.
actually the 1 square mile it doesn't work.
It like it looks like you guys are recording this shit on a Nokia.
Oh man, let's go camping. Camping, I like glamping. Though I've been okay, I grew up a Boy Scout. I've been regular camping. I know how, but like glamping is like nice because then it's like you're still kind of roughing it.
Yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do? But all right, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call the show here tonight. We do have some extra episodes coming out. If you're following the YouTube, you may have seen one where I had a debate with a Christian minister who's actually a very good friend of the show. But tomorrow night I'm releasing and if you have been following the show, you must have seen it earlier this year when Noah, her, and I all had a conversation about religion, Christianity versus spirituality versus being a skeptic or an atheist, almost like myself. And so that episode comes out tomorrow. We're also trying to do extra content. I mean, now we're trying to do fucking homestead content.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too. How dude, I could afford the down payment on the land. Like, you get a FHA loan on that bad boy. Let me do the math. Let me do the math while George takes us out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to do the math real quick. Please check out our merch. It really helps support the show. It lets us become homesteaders. George is playing homestead music. Check out the Spotify. If you want to catch all the old episodes, you can listen to it while you're at work, on your commute, wherever. You don't have to have the YouTube app open. You can listen to it on Spotify. It helps us out a lot there as well. Consider becoming a member. We've recorded a members-only episode talking all about Disneyland right before this, where we also have extra interviews with Jay Wasley from Ghost Adventures, as well as other amazing content creators, as well as other content we're going to be releasing on there. Check us out, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. Calls from Beyond Live. And yeah, let's go half on a cow. All right, Noah, we'll go half. Vanessa wants I forgot, but they have like the little teeths.
Yeah,
Shetland cow or something like that. But all right, guys. Great show tonight. Different one. Hold on, I'm doing the math. I forgot. I'm supposed to be doing the math.
Austin's
250,000. Guys, you only need 8,700 down.
Austin
I have that.
Did the math.
We only need 8,700 down on 4 acres.
Austin's doing
4
the math.
acres. Guys, we could all
You
swing
can
that,
afford
right?
it.
Let's just have a really good month for Noah on YouTube. Let's get Georgia a bonus. We could all do it.
We can afford to homestead, and you guys can see us fail on the greatest scale. We'll YouTube everything as we slowly realize that we're not about that life.
And then we come back to Vegas.
And we love capitalism. You too. Have a great night.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm going to call you. She's going to call me after this.
Bye, people.